When it comes to informants, right, you have different types. So I'll break this down. You have source of information, right? That can be just a regular person that wants to come forward, maybe a good Samaritan, maybe someone that used to be a criminal, etc. SOI, source of information. Then you have a cooperating defendant, where they might either already have charges against them or they have charges that you can levy against them, cooperating defendant. Then you got confidential informant. This is someone that signed up, right? They have a CI number. They got when you write about them in reports, you're writing their CI number. You're never using their name, etc. They're documented. They're getting paid. They're getting some type of benefit, typically immigration benefits, maybe, etc. So whenever you have informants, you have to weigh their benefit versus the cost. No matter what anyone tells you, informants are a pain in the ass, because 9 out of 10 times the best informants are criminals. So therefore, that means that they're in the game. They're doing a bunch of bullshit. They might get arrested, and it comes down to how important is the case, who can they get you, and how much risk are you willing to weigh, because they could do some bullshit, right? And a lot of agents, actually, the best agents could have informants, but most federal agents don't have informants because it's a headache and it's a lot of paperwork. And I'll be honest with you, most government employees in general are fucking lazy. I was one of the only crazy people that would have multiple signed up informants. I'd have SOIs, I'd have cooperating defenses, etc. And the importance of that is you need them telling you different things, because they'll be privy to different, especially when you're doing like organized crime or conspiracy cases, they'll be privy to different parts of the conspiracy. And also it helps you corroborate if your informant's telling you the truth. If he tells you XYZ does XYZ, and then the next guy tells you, yeah, XYZ does XYZ, it adds credibility to that informant. So, and then that information is better. I could take that to a judge. That's my probable cause. I get a warrant for a phone or a house or whatever it may be. And more than one source is always better to, beef up your probable cause. A lot of agents don't like that because it's a lot of work. But when it comes to assessing, it really comes down to risk versus reward of this guy's a fucking hothead, he's crazy, but is it worth it to do the case? A lot of the times, especially when you're dealing with like gang members or whatever, sometimes they could be violent criminals, and that just kind of comes into play. Obviously, you got ground rules for them. Hey, you ain't gonna fucking shoot nobody. You ain't gonna hurt nobody. You're not gonna be involved in anything. You're just gonna go to meetings and be a fly in the wall. But that's difficult to do when they're higher ranking or whatever it may be. That's why it's very important when you're getting informants, you got to get someone in the middle.